Hi there, I'm Sarah, a fertility nurse and a member of the ESHRE Nurses and Midwives Committee. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my experience gaining the certification. I am living and working in Dublin, and I obtained my certification back in 2020. I decided to become ESHRE certified after moving back from some time abroad. I was working in the Middle East as a fertility nurse and a research coordinator for about 8 years. And so I decided to gain that certification as I was planning my move back to Europe. It honestly was the best decision. And I hope I can encourage you to consider gaining this certification too. Personally, in my experience, the preparation and the curriculum covered for the exam, it really validated my knowledge and experience from my previous role. And it gave me that additional confidence, I suppose, to practice in Ireland. And it was something I felt I needed. I had worked abroad for quite a few years, and I was really just looking for some type of formal recognition for my experience. As ESHRE is the largest fertility society in Europe, I said to myself, if I can become certified, I can really ensure I'm offering the best fertility care to patients. And for me, I kind of had put it as like a North Star, something to really achieve. The curriculum is fantastic. I really believe that, and felt that it really covered all bases. At the time, we covered physiology, factors affecting fertility in both males and females, diagnostic evaluations, psychosocial care, which was my favorite part, embryology, genetics, the list goes on. We covered a lot. We also covered the most up-to-date evidence-based guidelines on fertility care, which I still refer to daily in my practice. I had studied a master's in human reproduction and development back in 2018. And I have to say that the standard of the exam structure and the content that is covered was really at that same level. The curriculum is structured in like a systematic way. So it really does provide you with the theory in text format, then some, supporting articles and also webinar recordings. Everyone does have their own preferred style of learning, and I personally love webinars. I still to this day watch ESHRE webinars on various different topics and aspects of care, and it's just a way of learning I enjoy. And so that was the way I prepped quite a lot for the exam. I would go through the webinar series, dig into the online portal, and watch lots of webinars there and take some notes. So lots of different ways of learning dependent on your preferred style. We also have a fantastic mentorship program now, which we didn't have when I was doing the exam, and I think I would have loved. And it would allow you to connect with a nurse who has previously taken the exam and passed, and so is certified. So it really can add as an opportunity to best prepare, gain some support, but also build relationships with others in the field, which I think is invaluable. So that mentorship program is ongoing when you apply for the exam. In preparation, I needed to prepare a logbook, and I used my logbook from my previous clinic. And the new clinic I joined in Dublin, they were then really supportive for me to gain certification. So they helped in lots of ways. Once I told them that I was interested and preparing for the exam, they actually offered to buy 2 textbooks, which was such a huge help. And in turn, those books were actually kept by the clinic because they purchased them, and did inspire others to read them and consider certification also. So it was really beneficial for the clinic too. The clinic were also very kind to give me some time off. So they gave me a study day in preparation, and they also allowed me to take the day off for the exam itself. I studied in the evenings and sometimes over the weekends, but I also did make sure to enjoy my downtime and my weekends. It was a lot of work, but in my opinion, it was entirely worth it. I remember the exam day. It was at home, so it's an online exam, and I remember the small bit of stress that brought with ensuring that my Wi-Fi was working well. But thankfully, there were no issues there, and it went very smoothly. So now it's now 2023, and I have since moved to a new role. So I moved from working in a clinic, and I'm now working in care advocacy and fertility education at a virtual clinic for women and families. So I meet with individuals and couples on their fertility journeys, whether that's pursuing IVF, egg freezing, cross-border care, third-party reproductive care. And I'm really confident that I have the necessary and up-to-date knowledge to support those cases and those individuals. So I certainly feel more confident practicing, and I feel that ESHRE and the certification has ensured I do practice at a really high professional standard, which is important to me. Well, I do hope that this has somehow inspired you to consider the certification for your own patient's care and for your professional growth. As nurses, we do have increasing responsibilities, and in my opinion, really deserve a way to validate our hard work and skills and pave the way for an exciting and fulfilling career in this field. I really hope to see some of you take the exam, and if you do, I wish you all the best.